Ladies and gentlemen, it is another interview right here in Business Growth and Support Network. And today I am honored to be able to sit down and have a Q&A with Ebony. Ebony, go ahead and tell us about yourself.
Hey, well, I'm a single mom. I work for OLSP and I work for My First 5K as an affiliate marketer. I only been doing this for like a year and a half. When I very first learned about affiliate marketing was Glenn Costco, which is Warrior Plus. And like I spent like days and months and years trying to, and still never sold a product on there. But it's what make you stick with him is because of the fact that I know he a real person. And I know when I be on those videos with him, he be trying to talk to me through the screen, because he would actually walk up to the screen and like, you know, so you could tell when somebody's trying to communicate to you.
Right.
But I just couldn't never get the way of selling the product. So I just
you
never thought that affiliate marketing would be something that I would pursue.
Okay. So you were interested in affiliate marketing, and then your first kind of dabble in it was meeting Glenn, getting involved in Glenn Costco products.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I first learned about it.
And did you find success? Did you struggle with things? What do you think the biggest struggle was?
The biggest struggle was trying to look at the YouTube videos and figure out what they were showing me on how to sell the product on the, Warrior Plus website.
Right.
And I just couldn't figure it out, or I couldn't figure out the information that it took to explain to people about the product. Like it's too complex and advanced for somebody that really don't know what affiliate marketing is. So,
and I'm willing to bet that a lot of people feel the same way. So I'm glad we're having this discussion. Outside of affiliate marketing, what made you decide to try to pursue that avenue? Who is Ebony?
Well, okay. Well, another part of my journey was Love Tax Company. So I learned a lot of office materials and a lot of office work. But what made me like office work was when I went to Midwest, and I think I only was there for like 6 months. And back in the day, when you on welfare, they used to pay for you to go to classes, and you get to pick the classes from a list. And that was the class that I had chose. And I went there to be a secretary, and I did really good in those 6 months, but I couldn't finish, I don't really remember exactly what it was, but a lot of stuff I have done that I never could finish.
Okay.
So that was one thing that always stuck with me. Like, I want to work in the office, and being somebody that come from the hood and not really having a good education, or like me, I'm smart in school, I just never finished nothing. So people always look at me like I'm just a dumb person, when actually I'm just trying to figure out things just like you are,
right?
Good. So when I come along in my struggle in life, my cousin had her own tax company, and she like, well, listen here, you can come work for me. I help you learn how to do something, because it's just that simple. That's when I very first learned that businesses and learning and being an entrepreneur was just something that you apply. You don't need no one to tell you how to do it.
Right.
And when she taught me that I would make money from people want to pay me to fill out their forms, to actually greeting people, not just sitting here watching somebody else do it on television, actually greeting people that want to get their taxes done for real.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what can I help you with? And that made me feel like I had a sense of something, not just out here working regular jobs. And I like to say that again, because they always talk about affiliate marketing and we saying jobs. We're not talking about a person. We're just talking about the jobs that they provide out here in the world that makes people feel like they don't want to work there. But we know that we need to work there because we need money.
Right.
Yes, I want to go drive the bus. So that's going to be my 9 to 5 job.
Okay.
So you just have to find what's right for you.
Right. You said something that's very key, especially in the affiliate marketing world, and that's I can get paid to help people. So as an affiliate marketer, the biggest way that we can find success is finding those pain points, finding the work that people don't know how to do or just don't want to do, and capitalizing on that. So like you said, getting paid to fill out forms. That's tedious work for somebody, but for you, if they're willing to pay you to do it, by all means.
Hey, why not? Right.
Yeah.
But hey, Paul, that part on all the other stuff you just said, that I'm gonna leave that up to you.
which part about that?
About people trying to figure out what they want to do.
Oh yeah. You'll get there. Eventually you'll get to it. When you're diving into affiliate marketing, and I know that you are really, really taking OLSP system seriously. You're learning as much as you can, and I love to see it. I wish.
Yes, and when I was first started in OLSP, like I was at the free level, and I was doing work like this on those screens. When I upgraded, and I heard from Antonique that stuff was for paid leads. Do anybody know how I felt?
Oh.
Like I thought I was putting in some work in the system, and I thought I was going to make money, but even though I was doing it a lot, I still made some money.
Yeah.
You know, I might have made $2 or $3 here. I might have made 25 cents. To me, that was like, heck yeah, this work. That's all I've been trying to do was just make $1, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. And when people realize that you can actually do this and get somewhere, that's usually when they get excited and they amplify it like you're doing. Or it's not enough.
I don't want to take it. Yeah, I don't want to take it too far. Like, I don't want y'all to think like just because we promoting this, like we walking around with change and like we not a casino. We just trying to find ways to share information. So I only have $19 in my account. And this is something that I'm going to be able to do for the long run. Yeah. So one day I can look back and say, look what I did, y'all.
Yeah.
That's all it really is about.
And that's exactly what I do. You know, I tell people I've been in this for a couple years. I made my first $7 and I got real excited and realized this is real. And now I'm reaching for the stars. So shooting high. So knowing what you know now versus where you started, how long have you been in the affiliate marketing game?
For like a year and a half, or I don't know.
Okay. Whenever
I signed up with OLSP. Mm-hmm.
If you started all over right now, what would you do different?
Go back to Arlen's My First 5K, and I would take her YouTube accelerator class inside of there.
Okay. Why do you think that would make the difference?
Because the first thing that Wayne show you when you get to OLSP is about Facebook. But once you get deeper into the training, he teaches you about YouTube as well.
Right.
So if you're going to have to do something on YouTube, you're not going to be able to just jump straight into OLSP. And I feel like that's what I did wrong.
Okay. And personally for me, and I tell all of my team, there isn't a right or wrong way. There is a your way and there is a struggle way. So once you find the your way and stop with the struggle way, that's when the success really starts coming. And it's going to be different. That path looks different for almost everybody. I personally focus on much different things in different ways than the average person. Because I know what kind of works for me and what doesn't. With that, I'm also always constantly challenging myself, trying to do things the way that the 6-figure earners and 7-figure earners are teaching how to do things, and I'm trying to push myself outside of my comfort zones to follow those leads. So that's,
and the knowledge is very powerful. It is.
Absolutely is. That is absolutely true. As somebody that's been, you've worked various jobs, right? You've worked different things, and then you started working for your cousin in an independent world. Like she had her own business, and she was kind of teaching you.
My mama.
Go ahead.
Well, my mama always taught me how to be an entrepreneur anyway. She always said that if I became an entrepreneur in life, that I could be whatever I wanted to be or be whoever I wanted to become.
Okay.
I didn't have to stand by just one label or signify myself as just a doctor or a nurse if I didn't want to.
I like that.
So when I finally did that, the way that, it's kind of hard to explain, but when I finally did that the way that she was explaining, I just simply had those skills when I joined Love Tax Company.
Yeah, I would don't even worry about that.
We on
You know
live, right?
To me,
we on live.
To me, Ebony, that's real life stuff, and real life stuff sets us apart from those that are trying to. People that show Lamborghinis, or they'll stop in front of a mansion to take video and pictures, but that's not even their house. That happens all the time. I would much rather see somebody that's going through real life struggles and learning how to create their path and resonating with other people that need this for some reason or another, than people that are pretending to be successful so they can put on a facade to get more followers. So that kind of real life energy, I love it. I love it. So back to business. What is one common myth about being an independent business owner that you would like to debunk? What is something you always heard, but now that you're doing it, you know that wasn't true?
About what affiliate marketing really is.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my God. Like, when I first heard of it, it was like, you think that somebody's just sitting on a computer all day, just doing nothing, much of nothing, pretty much. And then when you dive into it and you find out the things that are real and that's not fake, it's like, okay, now this is what an affiliate marketing really is. But what makes it so great is the fact that I'm learning, and then all the stuff that I learn, I have to share. I get to get paid for it. It just make it even better. So, okay. So I can mess up and get paid for this. Okay, fine.
Nice. I like that. For me, one common myth about independent business that I want to debunk is that it takes a lot of money to start your own business. It doesn't. It takes heart. It takes willingness, but it doesn't take a lot of money.
And that's something that you don't have to worry about being an affiliate marketer.
It really is. I mean, there's always room for upgrading, and you want to be able to get more tools, but once you stop spending money on stuff that you get talked into spending and start thinking, what do I really need? What is going to help me? That becomes a business investment rather than an expense. When we think investment-minded rather than expense-minded, spending money on those tools doesn't hurt so bad. It doesn't hurt.
Oh, when you talk about investments, we're going to talk about Dr. Boyce. Now, he the one who taught me stock market. And I took one class, like I get dozens of them. He sent them to me every day or every time you make one. But I took one class and I know how to deal with the stock market if I wanted to.
Okay.
You simply put your $5 in there and you let it sit.
Let it sit. Let it ride.
And I passed class that easy. I'm like, it's that simple? So it helped me learn how to put things into a more simple way as well. Like he taught me, you know?
And then once you start learning those simple ways, you start paying attention to more trends and algorithms, and you start learning how to read charts. But it started with it started with you wanting it. That's how an independent business should start. It should start with your desire. If you're doing something because you hate your 9-to-5, so you just want to do something else, it's probably the wrong reason. If you're doing it because you believe in yourself, because you believe in what you're about to do, that's all the right reason. And it doesn't matter if it's a brick and mortar or an online business. People start, coffee shops or restaurants, and they close within the first year because their heart wasn't in it. Make sure your heart is there before you dive into anything. But also, find people that you can trust. It is absolutely key. What is it?
One more thing I wanted to mention. Since we didn't do our interview yet, I want to mention that about Leesley.
Oh yeah.
I learned about you from Leesley. And then that's when I found out you was an OLSP member.
Oh, wow.
And you taught me how to use Leesley on your YouTube video.
Yeah.
And I still use Leesley to this day.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
I use it every day, every single day.
So what's the correct way to use it to get clicks?
I will be more than happy to do a tutorial for you. I utilize it because it's the landing page builder a promotional platform, and an email platform all in one. It's real easy to create pages, and it's easy to share pages. So I can build something, and because you are a Leads Leap member, I can share the share code with you, and you could have the exact same page that I built, and then you just go in and you make a few tweaks. Like every little button that redirects to one of my things, you'd redirect it to yours. That is the biggest benefit that I see. And then you use those pages to build your promos within Leads Leap, and that's the click. It's that part of it's a tedious process. But if you don't have money to invest in leads, or you don't have a lot of time to, or the knowledge yet how to structure your social media, and you just need some clicks, it's a way to get clicks on your pages. It's a way to get signups. But like you probably found Leads Leap by clicking on some random things. You found one of my Leads Leap tutorials, and that's how we connected.
Something right.
And now I wish that it was my OLSP page in Leads Leap that you would have connected, so I could have you on my team, because I see how driven you are.
I'm still on your team. I'm gonna still come over there.
You are. So I'll be more than happy to do a tutorial on that, and I will share. Like, I am so transparent with everything. I want people to succeed so much that I don't gatekeep. So any share codes, I will send you I'll put together a document of all of my Leads Leap pages, and you can look through them and see what you want, and just, decide to use that share code. If you're an upgraded member, you can make money in Leads Leap, but
I don't want to mess with all them links.
Yeah. No,
you just share with me which one you think would be comfortable enough to use. Yeah.
Got you. And I could also, like, if you're upgraded in Leads Leap, one of the reasons why I strongly encourage people to upgrade is because of the email. A lot of people don't know how to build an autoresponder. Most people don't know how to nurture right emails and nurture email audiences so it goes into the inbox rather than the promo box or the spam box. Most people don't realize that there is an algorithm. There is a way to do this in the email marketing world that's gonna have you a better deliverability score. So being able to build autoresponders in Leads Leap and just share a code so it transfers copies all of the emails. I've got some autoresponders with like 30 emails in them. I can give you the code, and you have all 30 emails now. You just have to go in each one and again change it from my link to your link, so you get the credit for it when somebody clicks on it. It's that easy.
Well, you would just have to make another tutorial video.
I will. I definitely will, and I'll do it soon, because I'm trying to encourage my entire team to get into that too. And I know with the new OLSP dashboard, there's going to be a lot more emphasis on email marketing too. So getting set up now before those things come out it makes it easier. It's always easier to attend a training if you kind of have an idea what that training is about. So when you get an email autoresponder series and you have to go in and you have to edit from my link to your link, when you do that in 30 or 40 emails, your brain starts thinking, okay, I understand this now. It starts clicking. So when you do a Wayne Crow or an OLSP tutorial on emailing, you already have a good idea of what it is. So if it's going so fast, a lot of people are like, man, it's going too fast, I can't keep up. It's because you haven't done it yet. But if you had an idea of what he was talking about, there would not be a challenge. It wouldn't be hard. Now with every training that he does, as soon as he says something, my brain knows exactly what he's talking about. I don't fall behind. I don't struggle with that because I've been doing this for so long, and I just build routines. So once you get to a level where whatever he's saying is making sense, you're in the challenge. You become more of a person that's in the challenges because you want to push yourself rather than the brand new student that's struggling. And that's when the whole world, your worldview completely changes. And I can already tell your worldview has already started to change because your drive is so much stronger than a lot of people. You are so willing to put yourself out there. You know how many people will not people that have been involved for 2 years that still don't want to turn a camera on. They're still camera shy. That's why the 30-day challenge for the video portion, the 30-day video challenge, that's why it existed, and it changed so many people. A lot of people have gone through that have never, ever wanted to do video, and now they're doing podcasts, and now they're doing interviews almost every single day. because it pushed them outside of their comfort zone. And sometimes the bird has to be pushed out of the nest to open their wings and fly.
Well, from watching so much of Wayne training videos, I know that's where the money is.
You're not lying.
So if I can sit here and do this at home, I don't have to look for a babysitter. I don't have to go drive anywhere or do anything outside my norm, but click a button and talk to someone on the screen. I'm about to get over that feeling fast, because
you are not lying.
When you get to YouTube, they're like, oh, we'll pay you for 4 months and 100 watch hours, and I forget how I go, but like, you mean to tell me that it's just so simple to go into, and I didn't even have to fill out a job application?
Yep.
So, I mean, it's just simple enough to follow and easy enough to do at home and get paid for, and I don't have to worry about nobody being in my business.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't like to share information, but that's just as simple as it is gonna get.
You are not wrong. You are not wrong at all. How does Ebony stay motivated on days when things just aren't going according to your plan?
Oh my God. Okay.
For some reason, I knew this was going to be a good question for you.
The way I stay motivated when stuff not going my way, and y'all know we girls, so we be like, we want everything. First off, what I do is I take my headphones off and I give myself a break. Like, you know how Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Okay.
You got to give yourself 10, 15, 30 hour, however break you want. That's the thing with working from
or 30 hour.
and being affiliate marketing. Right. However long you need to take that break.
Yes.
But not too long now. But I give myself a 10-minute break. I might smoke me a black or hit my vape. And then I think to myself, what do I need to do, to make, because it's usually just me. I have to be the person to motivate myself.
Right.
So I have to think of things, or I would go to Wayne's videos, or I would go to Arlen videos. But Arlen have like a set of mindset videos, so you can go in there and just listen to them.
Right.
But it depends on what you're struggling with or what the type of motivation that's bringing you down. And I would try to search for that information to help me feel better in that area, if I'm explaining it right.
No, you completely are. Completely makes sense. And I'm the same way, taking a timeout. When I start getting frustrated or I start getting overwhelmed, I put myself in my room, I close the door, and I'll turn on some music, and I just kind of meditate. I was a touring DJ for 30 years before I decided to get involved in the affiliate marketing world. I got to a point where I was just tired of kind of the atmosphere, being around people that are always just doing this, that, and the other they didn't need to be doing. It wasn't the safest always. I was on tours with a lot of big names in the rap world, in the hip hop world. Wasn't always the safest place to be. And I got tired of entertaining people that were just chemically inducing themselves. So I switched gears into wanting to be somebody that was changing the world instead of just entertaining the world. And I still carry a lot of that same struggle, the stress on my shoulder. Sometimes I just want to entertain people. Sometimes I just want to make people laugh. It's still a struggle, but a lot of people are like, man, you go with the flow so much. You're so easy to talk to people, and you're not afraid of camera, and you do this, and you know how to do this, you know how to do this. But yeah, I still get frustrated too. I still get overwhelmed too. And when I get overwhelmed, I need to give myself a timeout. And I think that's if people can learn how to take themselves out of the equation, take themselves out of the situation just to reset. Sometimes all it takes is a few minutes. It would be way more productive. Like if you look at the Japanese society, they take, even in the corporate world, they have nap times, 15-minute nap times to reset. and it's for a reason. I wish Western civilization is a little more drill sergeant and expectations based on the rich corporatocracy, but we don't need to get involved in all that right now.
But you're really strong, Paul. Like, even though we're just like video or anything, you always give off a very strong vibe and a very strong atmosphere. Like, you can feel it, even though we're through the computer.
Right.
Like,
I appreciate that.
Wayne. Right. Yeah. Like, kind of like Wayne. It's like you can tell your character.
And I don't think I would be as transparent if I didn't allow myself those timeouts. Though that's the important.
Turn on the Ziggy lights for Wayne.
Yeah.
The Ziggy Disco lights.
Yeah. I changed it to Echo now because I have different devices in my houses. Echo, studio lights red.
Okay.
So, and this is one of the tricks that I use when I'm doing Facebook Reels, because one of the challenges that I always have is to create 15 Reels a week, which seems like it should be easy for me. People like you, there's no way you have a problem coming up with 15 Reels. Sometimes I can go 4 or 5 days without any inspiration. Sometimes I want to knock out all 15 in one day, so I keep a stack of hats behind me. And I change the lighting, so at least I can change the hat, I can change the lighting, so it doesn't look like I recorded all 15 reels back to back. Sometimes, we fake it to make it, and that's exactly what happens. So if you're looking through my reels, you can be like, man, he's wearing the same shirt in seven or 8 reels in a row. Do you ever change your clothes? Yes, every single day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, but sometimes I have to sit here and I have to knock out 8 reels in one sitting because I know I've got way too many cases or way too much other stuff to do later on in the week. I'm not going to have time to do it. So while I have a little bit of free time, this is what I have to do. And now it's changing into a lot more training sessions. There's a lot of people that are constantly hitting me up. Can you teach me how to do this? Train me how to do this. You do a video on Leads Leap and how to set up an email automation system. I can do it in 10 minutes, but if I'm teaching it, it's going to take an hour because I have to go through every little detail. When I'm doing it, like when you're doing something, click, 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 done. You have your process. When I'm building it, I have a process. When I'm teaching it, I have to teach people this is where you click, this is why you click on here, and this is the order you have to do things in to do it right. And that is so much more time consuming than just doing it yourself, as you know.
And that's why you go back to Wayne, pay attention to how he do it. And like Arlen, go on YouTube and record it.
Yes.
That way you don't have to keep doing it. That's how I learned from them. Because before I got back in OLSP and I upgraded, I was already trying to do interviews like Arlen do because she teaches us that. So I'm like, if I could do these interviews, maybe I can get somebody to click my link.
Yeah.
So when I got back in OLSP, it just became a little bit easier because that was what was all in the 30-day challenge.
Right. And that makes perfect sense.
But yeah, just do you a YouTube video or do you a restream and just record it. So then like when you in your group, you could just have that person going to this video for this or that person going to that video for that.
Right.
And you don't, because it's so stressful, like it's not that you don't want to teach it to nobody. It's just, it hurts to have so much to do at one time. So
and it does take away from, it does take away from focusing on my own business sometimes too. I'm involved in numerous different network marketing companies, and I've got different pods, different groups I'm trying to encourage and trying to coach and trying to teach. And then I start thinking about all of the stuff that people ask me to do, and I don't want to let them down. So then my brain gets overwhelmed with, well, I want to help my team here, but I promised this person I would do this. And it becomes overwhelming. So taking a time out, back to the timeout, it's very important to reset, but also pushing your boundaries and getting out of those comfort zones. And that's part of the reason why I'm actually turning this into something lucrative because I'm stepping outside of my comfort zones and I'm pushing myself and forcing myself to take myself to the next level.
Well, Paul, it sounds like you need a website. It sounds like you need to come to My First 5K.
I have I have a few websites actually, but
yeah, all that information, you can actually use her information and put it in there, and then it could just be sitting there, because
yeah, that's what I'm starting to do with the. Well, I'm starting to do that with the My Side Hustle group, as well as the Business Growth and Support Network. So this video, this interview that we're doing now, will be in the guides section, and I have found Facebook takes your videos down after 30 days. So when it hits that 30-day mark, your video gets deleted, unless it's in guides. And that's kind of a workaround. So I'm taking all of these interviews that I've been doing, putting them in the guides section of the group, so they stay there, so they're evergreen, so they don't go anywhere. So all of the trainings that I'm starting to do in the My Side Hustle group now, I'm following the same suit. I'm also putting them on YouTube as well. So they're in numerous places. And that's the cool thing about modern day technology. This video that we're doing now is going to be utilized in so many different ways. So it's repurposing content.
And I can't wait to learn, because I already took your class in a 30-day challenge.
Yeah.
And the Adobe and
Rush.
the thumbnail. I don't really have too many notes in front of me. Another thing that you'll like about My First 5K is the prompts. She have the prompt in the box. You can sell the prompts and you can use the prompts, because that's where I got my prompts from you. I'm glad you said that, because I wanted to show you that. Because I have this prompt. St. Paul class right here. Using this script, I want to create an outliner video for social media. That script that was inside of there, it helped me create, it's hard for me to remember. It helped me create that thumbnail I showed you.
That thumbnail was beautiful, by the way. That was dope.
Yes, and I went on ChatGPT for that thumbnail. And I used one of Wayne YouTube videos about algorithm.
Okay.
And that's how I came up with the other part, the second part where we supposed to add in with our picture. That's how I came up with the title. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. You know, I love hearing this kind of stuff, because it means that somebody is actually utilizing the training that I did. It makes a huge difference, and it's motivational. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. You helped me get through the challenge.
Good. And I was so glad that Wayne allowed some other people to do portions of the challenge too, because I know sometimes monotony, it gives us a reason to just give up. Sometimes when I first started in OLSP, and I've told Wayne this, so I'll say it here out loud. I've said it to his face when in video. When I first started in OLSP, I got to a point where I got tired of the accent. Wayne's accent was just ringing in my head, and I was focusing more on the accent than the content, because it just, I listened to him so very much, that when you're really diving into something, it's like a professor in a college. It's people get better grades during the first semester than they do the second semester on average, because the second semester they start checking out because they hear that same old voice and they think it's repetitive. They think it's the same thing. I had to go through all of Wayne's videos, and I was in the system years ago, so I went through the Megalink training, the Facebook 101 training, probably 6 or 7 times in order to actually absorb the content. So the fact that he's allowing other people now to take the reins on some of these training courses, it makes us pay more attention psychologically, subconsciously. We're taking in the information a whole lot better when it's a different tone, a different voice, a different dialect. And I'm so glad that we're going in that direction, because I think it's going to help a lot of people tremendously. So
It seemed like it's helping because when I say that it made me feel so much better to be on OLSP, not that the old site didn't work, it just when you coming into something and you don't really know how to use it, it make you feel like it's not working.
Right.
But as he always say, like, even if you have to use some of my videos to help teach people something, when it comes to OLSP, that's fine. Just share it, with them.
Yeah.
So I just try to find ways to make it easier for myself so I can keep learning and help people, because if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't, be able to know what I'm doing.
Well, I'm going to be really excited to see where you're at a year from now. Your growth already just over the last few months. I could tell, like, watching your first few clips that you put in the 30-day challenge, I'm like, ooh, she's going to struggle. But now, no, there's no struggle at all. But I saw,
thank you.
Yeah, I saw the difference. And that's not a bad thing. I could just tell you were kind of nervous. Like you were taking steps and you thought the ice was really thin and you were afraid to break through. But now you're skating.
Well, thank you.
I love it.
I mean, I was really scared and kind of skeptical at first because I'm like, maybe this isn't for me, and that's why I always say that's when I came across the first video from Arlen where she did the same thing that I was doing. Like on my blog, I talk about affiliate marketing and the different ways that you can create income for yourself with being affiliate marketing. I have a lot of listing on there, but I can't see it when I'm on my blog. But anybody that visit my blog, I'm quite sure they can see it because I know that I posted it there.
Okay.
But I ran into a video like that of Arlen's, and she had like all these things on a chalkboard, and she was telling me, and she like in the video, she's telling me like, I done been through all of this, and I'm telling you, none of this worked. The only thing that worked for me was my first 5K, and I had to create it myself for me to get past this point. And in this video, I want you to know that I'm trying to help you get past that point if you're struggling when you get to this point that I'm at. And I'm like, I think I had to watch it a couple of times because to get the full understanding. And the way when people say, oh, just stick with one affiliate marketing, it make you think like, okay, I just got to stick with one. And when I start thinking outside the box and I'm like, you know what, maybe she right, because I wasn't in OLSP. I was stuck in OLSP. I didn't know what to do to get past the glass ceiling. So I'm like, maybe she right. She got a point. Like I'm feeling her. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Girl, you look a little familiar, but I'm feeling what you're saying. So I'm like, this the one. I picked through all of them. And I'm like, I don't want to be none of those. And it happened to be my first 5K. But what I didn't hear in the video, because I was so tuned into myself, was that she actually owned my first 5K. I didn't get that part until after I had already joined.
And when
so
you...
like, oh, she's saying she owned this. Like, girl, it's crazy because there's so many people out here and it's sad, y'all. These people paying you to be affiliate marketers, YouTube paying you to be a YouTuber, TikTok paying you to be a TikToker, Instagram paying you to be an Instagrammer. And y'all not out here explaining the stuff the way that people trying to explain. The only way that I learned about my first 5K was because of Arlen herself.
Okay.
If you go on my first 5K, it'll make you think you in OLSP. They both basically built the same. Like, they came up with the most brilliant idea to accumulate money and help other people make money that you really be wanting to ask them why are you giving it up for free? But I understand, but no, for real, I understand why, because now that I do YouTube videos, it's just easy to give it for free. It's stuff that I've been having in my mind for years that I've been wanting to say to the world. And now I don't have to sit here and just talk it and say it to my cousin. Like, my cousin don't have to get tired of hearing me tell her all of my ideas and all the bull, and because your family get tired of that too, you know. But
Right.
they don't have to listen to me say, I think we should do this, you know. So I can just pour it into YouTube.
Yeah.
No.
Certainly can. And that's, again, that goes back to finding your road, paving your path. And it's going to look different for everybody, but whatever you're most comfortable in is where people should focus on, at least at first, because that's you get your comfort zones going, and then you could push yourself to explore other avenues, explore other options. So to me, that's a
Okay.
very important part. So Ebony, it's been a pleasure. We're well over a half hour. I got to edit this down a little bit. Is there anything that you would like to add? Just speak from the heart, from the mind, from the soul. What do you want people to know about
This
you?
is my moment. Wait, like I gotta do like my baby daddy. Hold on, because when he have a moment, this is what he do. This is my moment, right?
It's your moment.
Okay.
The floor is yours. Whatever you want to say.
You know how long I've been waiting for this moment. Thank you, Paul. But what I want to say is, that's what he do though in his moment. He take his moment. But what I want to say is, y'all stay strong out there. It's a hard world that we living in, and we're living under a hard congregation. Like Farrakhan, and I'm not really sure what his name is, but he always be like, go black to Africa. He's saying, take your black ass back to Africa. Because if everybody want to complain about respirations, the first thing about respiration, and I learned this from the people that talk about respirations, I forget the name of them, but it's like a whole blueprint for black people. Like, you have to ask Farrakhan, like, or look at his videos, but the blueprint is the people that stand behind black people with the Black Panthers and the respirations. So they basically helping black people get their respirations. If your family was pulled down from a slave, that they can look in there and find out. And it's a lot, y'all. It's hard to explain, but pretty much when you know, to go back to black to Africa, he helped you get the tickets to go to Ghana, and then Ghana helped you get your citizenship so you can have citizenship in Africa and have citizenship in America. But you still got to go through Ancestry to prove it first. So wherever you from, then you get to have your citizenship in both of them, and you get the immigration check when you come back to America, something like that, y'all. But I'm just telling y'all the little stuff that I learned. I'm still learning. I'm just trying to at least share it, you know, with people. And I just want to say to our black community, I'm making it fast, that we just need to stick together and learn how to take what we know to help change the world so that we can become better as a black race, a black race. We need to be better as a black race. And I think that affiliate marketing can help you do that.
I agree.
With YouTube.
Yeah.
With YouTube. You can get yourself out there, let people know who you is with YouTube, and use affiliate marketing to make you money as you working at your job. Because you're not going, you know, you're not going to see nothing right away, but it's something to help relieve all that stuff off your mind. Like, if we don't all need a stress relief, and I feel like that's a way to relieve some stress by getting it off and putting it in if you just record it yourself and never share it with nobody.
Yes. I have recorded a number of videos for myself so I can just listen to them while I'm driving. Just daily reminders, daily affirmations that I built for myself. I don't share them with anybody. They're just mine. So I completely understand that. I was going to add NAACP and NCOBRA are a couple of the organizations that really are focused on reparations and restructuring black communities. So NCOBRA is National Coalition of Blacks for Reparations in America, for those that don't know. So I appreciate your time so much, your knowledge, your growth. It's just such an honor to be able to watch your path, to see where you were a month ago, where you are today. And again, I'm excited to see where you're headed. The Ebony chapter is just getting started, I believe. So I'm excited for
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
You're so great.
Keep moving in the right direction, and we'll touch bases again in a few months for another interview just to see what might be different. So I'm gonna get this one edited down. Thank you again for your time, everybody. This is Ebony. Where can people find you? Where do you want people to go? I'm gonna put a link on the screen.
They can go to my YouTube, or they can go to my email. I'm always on my email.
Okay.
BINNSEBONIE129@gmail.com.
Okay. Can you send those to me in a message in DM? Send me your YouTube link.
I got you.
And I'll put them on the screen.
And I also, is we still on recording?
It's still recording. Yes.
Oh, I sent you some stuff to Messenger, the 3-day challenge.
Okay.
In the school, school information.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I will check that out. And I'm going to be up at 3:30 a.m. Pacific time, so I can make sure I'm in the challenge this morning. So I will see you in there.
Man, I'm gonna try to get me a couple of hours of sleep if I can, but it make you so exciting and make you want to work more. So
I usually do. 3:30 is not, being in the nightclub industry for so long, the nightlife industry. 3:30 is not a big deal to me. So pushing through so I can make sure that I'm up at that for the hour that it takes to watch the training. I'll be there. So. Ebony, thanks again for your time. I'm going to get this edited, get all of the stuff on the screen. Send me those messages, and I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you so much for your time. Business Growth and Support Network, that's where this is landing, but wherever you're watching this, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with us, and it's a pleasure. Make sure you're following Ebony on whatever platform, and I'm Paul with the My Side Hustle team. So thank you for that, and until next time, we'll see you later.